This presentation will show how you can take a table of data in Excel and sort it, and also make various decisions in the page setup, for instance, a landscape orientation. Our example here is a spreadsheet with a table of amino acid data. So we want to sort this data on two fields. So let's start. So we go to the Data tab, then the Sort icon. This will bring up the Sort dialog box. If it has not already checked My Data Has Header, then let's check the checkbox that says My Data Has Headers. And then we're going to choose the first field on which we want to sort, which is the hydrophobicity designation. Next, we will click on the plus for add a level, and then that will add the then by second row, and we are going to use the drop-down list to choose name. That is the second field on which we want to sort. So here is the result of our sorting. So our first field that we sorted on was the hydrophobicity designation, which is in column M over there on the right. And so it is L's and then N's and then W's. Because there are repeated values, it has served the purpose of grouping as well as sorting. Then within each group, we are sorted on the second field, which was name, which is in column A over on the left. So the L's begin with alanine and the W's begin with arginine. Next, we want to look at some of the page layout features. So in Windows, you would click on the Page Layout tab, and then there would be this little arrow icon, and then you would click on that to bring up the Page Setup dialog box. It's similar, but looks a little bit different on a Mac. So you would again go to the Page Layout tab and then find the Page Setup icon. On the Page tab of the Page Setup dialog box, we want to find the Landscape radio button and click on it. And then under the region below on Scaling, we want to choose the Fit to Radio button and then use the drop-downs. Actually, it will say 1 page wide by 1 page tall, which is what we want. But if we wanted to change it to be 2 pages tall or something, that's where we would change it. So click the Fit to Radio button under Scaling and leave it 1 page wide by 1 page tall. Next, go over to the Header Footer tab and then click on Customize Header. This will bring up a new dialog box with 3 sections, a left, a center, and a right. And I have entered a name in the left-hand section, a subject, amino acids, in the center section. And on the right-hand section, I am putting a date by putting my cursor on the right section and then clicking on the calendar icon above. And then finally, click OK. This returns you to the Page Setup dialog box and click OK again. When we return to the main page, it seems that nothing has happened. There seems to be no result, but what we have done is all about how it's going to be printed. So we need to go look at Print Preview. So when we click on File, Print, it doesn't automatically print, but it brings up first the Print Preview. And we can see here in the Print Preview that it has the landscape orientation, that it fits to 1 page, and that we have the header with our name, subject, and date at the top.